back at the show. And when I tell you, Funky Dineva and Don Lemon, they are talking about that audio, the audio that went around social media all yesterday, and it was a bonfire. I want to let you guys know who is Bart. We got a photo of Bart. There's plenty of pictures of Bart. He's 21 years old. They went to the same school Nolan went. They played on the same football team Nolan played on, okay? Now this Bart, they said allegedly, honey, he was the one that was providing the alcohol. This same Bart, they allegedly said that he was out here in Wyoming. He ain't had nothing to do with it. Lies, because warned and tripped up and said my buddy Bart from college then came up and we did this and this and that one. And so there you go. And let's not forget, when they left, that GPS went to Fort Bayou. They said that is where Bart stays. He pulled up there. So on that audio yesterday, we did play it here yesterday on the show, but I just give you guys a recap. You heard people constantly saying in the background, Bart, Bart, oh my God, Bart, did you kill him, Bart? You know, is he dead, Bart? Bart, how could you? You constantly heard Nolan, 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 Nolan. Now they're trying to spin the block, spin the narrative like they always do to try to say, we didn't hear what we heard. I heard what I heard. Did y'all hear what y'all heard? Press 3 if you know what you heard. But they're trying to say, well, what you guys heard, it was rubbish. It wasn't the actual thing. No, 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 no. God gave me common sense, and I use my common sense. And one of my common sense is my earring, and my earring was great. Okay. So they're trying to make up all these lies, saying that a witness came forward. 2 witnesses came forward and saw Nolan at 6 p.m., trying to say that he was not on that boat during that time because he was seen walking around at 6 p.m. Well, I tell you one thing, bring their asses to the front. And I tell you one thing, they should have been on the interviews 2-3 weeks ago. Why y'all not just talking about these fake ass witnesses, these plant witnesses, these actor witnesses you claiming that saw Nolan Wells at 6 p.m.? If it was that, then you would have already had this shit at the beginning of the story. But every time we get closer, they come out here and they plant actors and lies to try to spin the narrative, to try to derail us, okay? Because make no mistake about it, they know these boys did it. They're, honey, we having public court. That's what it is. They are trying to spin the block and make up lies and send actors to say, we not hearing what we hearing and what we thinking is false. Do not get sucked in with the foolishness, okay? Yeah. So I came across this video earlier today with Funky Dineva and Don Lemon. I said, you know what? I want to react to it. So let's do it. Do y'all mind? Do y'all mind? And feel free to comment. I love when you guys engage and comment. It gives me motivation, and I need motivation with these white supremacists, these megas, and these social medias that are coming against us. Okay, when you come against a black boy, Nolan Wells, and you're trying to cover up his murder, and you're trying to get away with murdering black boys, honey, that I take that shit personal because you trying to get rid of me too. Okay, yeah, that part. Hello. All right, so let me bring this up here. Let me bring it up. All right. All right, so I'm going to stop and go. That's what a reaction is, okay? Just in case you guys did not know what a reaction was. That is a reaction is. Reaction stops and goes. All right, so let's hear it.
Is it what you're hearing from your subscribers? Because I'm hearing people thinking this is the actual transcription and they're going, this is actually it, but we're not sure yet. I do know what I hear. I do hear some words extremely clearly. And if you want to listen to it, we can. But go on, what do you think?
So I think that this 9,000,000% confirms what many people have already felt, right? And I definitely appreciate, how you
Hold up, Don. Talking about we're not sure yet. What the fuck? You need the white man to tell your ass that you sure what you hearing? Is that what I'm getting? You need the white man with a fancy ass title to come out here and say, okay, you guys, what you heard was right. What you heard, I don't need nobody to tell me what the hell I'm hearing. Okay? I don't know about y'all. Are y'all gonna wait for what? Because at the end of the day, Trump is scrubbing everybody with the title and replacing them with his people. So at the end of the day, you're going to get that title with the mega people telling you what you heard and what you did not hear and what is this and what is that. I don't trust the government. I don't trust the people at the top. I don't trust Mississippi. I don't trust none of their asses. If they was doing right, we wouldn't have never been here in the first damn place. Okay? So y'all can wait if you want to. I know what I heard. Let's go.
Open this up in reference to it being an interpretation. Listen for yourself. I think I'm hearing this. I may not be hearing that. But I want to add to this conversation, Don, at the end of the day, as it relates to this relationship, it's here nor there, the specifics of what we think we may be hearing or not being hearing. Unequivocally, what it does confirm is conspiracy to cover up something. Unequivocally, whether you hear a Nolan, wake up, and maybe I didn't hear that, but I heard a damn it fart, but maybe I didn't hear that. What it...
Stop playing in my motherfucking face. Bitch, you heard. You know you heard. Wake up, Nolan. You know you, and if you did not hear, you listening to the fucked up version. Go get the clear version. It's there. It is there. Y'all make up what y'all want to make up at this point because you don't want to hear the truth. You don't want to believe the truth. You need a white man with a fancy ass title to tell you what you heard. That's what you need. Soon as a white man with a fancy title says X, Y, and Z, then it's X, Y, and Z for you. Well, those are the facts, folks. The sheriff said this. The police said that. The police, the sheriff, they all human and they all lie. Hell. Let's go.
Does confirm is that those people on that boat knew something, did something, and are not being forthright with the police and the general public. That for fact, any rational, reasonable, sane person should be able to deduce that from that audio if they are of the belief that that audio is actually real.
And you know what? I don't think people realize is when they call a service like that. Sometimes when you call a service or emergency 911, they're recording you before they even pick up the phone.
Yeah, and I think that,
and they didn't realize that because I got issues with TMZ. Did y'all see that black dude over there with TMZ with the one with the dreads? His ass gonna say on TMZ, well, if they was talking, why would they talk like that when they're trying to cover up a murder? Who would say those things and incriminate themselves when they're on the phone call? That just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't resonate with me. Why would a bunch of criminals be talking so foolishly and incriminate themselves while someone else is on the phone call? Motherfucker, Don, these people are drunk. They are 18, 19, 20 years old. They are not of a sound mind, and they don't even realize it's being recorded. They're not that intelligent. They ain't that damn wise. Okay? See, it's the bullshit for me. Ooh, didn't God give y'all common sense? Y'all don't use it. Huh.
One thing that they were not anticipating, you couldn't scrub that. They couldn't scrub that clean.
You think that obviously they didn't realize it. So do you think that, my interpretation, this is what I thought, and look, this is just me filling in the gaps in my head, is that they were leaving the shore. And maybe he was back waiting on the shore or trying to catch up or something happened and they were like, bye, Nolan, or whatever. And I don't know, maybe there's something happened and he fell off, they pushed out. I don't know. But that's what I was thinking. And then all of a sudden they realized like, oh shit, is he dead? Or that's what I was thinking in my head. Now, I don't know. That's not corroborated. That's just a scenario that's coming up in my head. And it's coming up because.
Honestly, I don't know what the fuck Don just said. I don't know what he said. It was not clear what that man just said. I thought they was calling him over. Then he came, and then he what? Don, how did Nolan get unconscious? Don, how did he get to, oh my God, is he dead? How did he get to that part, Don? You just skipped over that. But okay, let's go.
Investigators aren't saying anything. They're not even trying to. They're not even trying to bat down information that is wrong, right? Or they're not even. I don't know how much they're even. They were asking for public help in the beginning, but it doesn't seem like they're even doing that now.
So it's funny, right? Because I saw the video last night. Very pretty white woman from Mississippi. I can't remember her position. I don't know if she's from the DA's office or some type of other governmental position, where she was saying, you know, we here in Mississippi, we want justice for Nolan. We want justice for all of our residents. And please understand that we are in the middle of an active investigation. And just because we may not be saying X, Y, Z to the general public does not mean that the questions are not being asked, so on and so forth. And I definitely can somehow kind of get on board with what she's saying. I think the bigger issue is the fact that we, as the public, especially as the Black community, we have a general distrust for law enforcement, and not to mention, you know, this investigation has reeked of cover-up from the very beginning, especially with the sheriff coming forth before the investigation really was underway, saying that we don't suspect foul play. That was very premature of him. But, you know, Don, there is a world possibly.
Child. F all that. F all that. The reason why the sheriff said that it ain't no foul play, he don't suspect it to be no foul play, because they wanted this shit to go away quietly. If the mother would have accepted that, then they would have closed the books. They would have said he drowned. They would have said he got drunk and he drowned. That was the narrative that they was pushing. Okay? So I don't trust these MFs. History shows us you don't trust them. And we're talking about Mississippi. We're talking about in the era of Trump, make America great again. Okay? You better open your eyes. And they keep telling you it's under investigation. Honey, they keep telling you that shit because they hope that you will forget. They hope that it be another story like David that will pull your attention, and therefore they can just close the books whenever they want. They are using time as a weapon. Any other time they can use that AI, they can do whatever the fuck they want to do to hurry up and prosecute and get people out of here. Okay? So don't you do that. See, I'm not one you can fool. Yeah. Now with other ones, hell. Let's go.
Where they are asking the questions and taking down the reports, and they just have not said anything to us because, I don't know, they don't want people to start tampering with evidence, or maybe they don't want them to know what direction they're going in. You know, all we can do is try to have faith in law enforcement during this process. However, I definitely think that social media, the public scrutiny and pressure that's been placed on Mississippi is...
Hell no. I'm not having faith in Mississippi department. Are y'all? Press 2 if you're not having faith in them either. Man, please. It's been us, the people, the common folks that have been doing the research, doing the investigation, asking the hard questions. Okay? The sheriff department, they ain't been doing nothing but sitting on their ass, just waiting time go by, using time as a cover up, getting payoffs behind the scenes. Because we know in this government administration, and we know in the Mississippi, they do a lot of payoffs. Okay? We are fighting against millionaires, billionaires, people at higher position, people with money, and they just want us to sit there and pray about it and just hope and pray that God reveals something. And if God don't reveal something, then that's God's will, right? It's God's will. So we just gonna have to pray and just hope for the best next time. Hell no, I'm not doing that shit. Y'all can, I'm not doing it. Let's go.
As what this sound engineer has brought forth has definitely change the direction of this investigation.
And thank you for that sound in there. The black female, the black woman, honey, is always a black woman that's doing the work, ain't she? And guess what? Did you know those white supremacists, those megas, tried to get her Facebook taken down? They got her post taken down, and she had to fight for an appeal to get it put back up. But see, that messes with the algorithm and everything. You know what I'm saying? They are purposely trying to tear this black woman down, and all she's trying to do is get justice for a black boy has been murdered in Mississippi. Damn, you can't even try to get justice. And on the audio, she was just clearing it up, you know? And then, did you know this? The megas and the white supremacists are trying to get Christine, which is Nolan Wells' mom, honey, they are going over there putting all nasty type of reviews, all types of nasty lies on her job, trying to get her fired. Telling us, well, I'm not coming to the job. I don't feel comfortable with her working there. She's so horrible. All because she's trying to get justice for her black son being murdered in Mississippi. That's all this is about. You can't get damn justice for your black son in Mississippi, or else your job is going to be taken from you. Your livelihood is going to be taken from you. Okay, they don't want you to have shit.
If it was going in a direction of cover up or conspiracy, now she's definitely busted wide open, and something's definitely going to have to be done.
What do you hear? You said that, I want you to be more specific, because you said that you hear something, maybe you don't hear Nolan wake up or whatever, but when I listen to it, there are words, because I had Charles on from TMZ yesterday, and we listened to it without the transcript, and you can hear certain words that are in the transcript.
Say the words, Don.
Let's play it, if you have
Say the words.
With the transcript or without?
Just listen to it, either one, whichever one, or with or without.
Is he dead? Is he dead? Did you hear that? And why wouldn't Don play the damn transcript? Hell, it's bad enough that we got to struggle to listen, but we can hear. But why wouldn't you make it easier on your audience to put the transcript on? That black woman did so much work for you to just say, nah, fuck your transcript. Oh, okay, we got to wait for a white person to transcript it. If a white person transcripted from Fox News, then, okay, it's certified. A white person transcripted from Fox News. Now we can call this facts.
Hey, we're at the West Tip of Horn.
So I hear cover up, is he dead? And something like we're about to die or something. I do hear that.
So I hear Nolan, wake up. I hear damn it. I hear is he dead? I hear now I've heard clearer versions than the one that you just played, Don, for whatever. I've heard a clearer version than that. But I definitely hear is he dead? Nolan, damn it. And I hear the word cover up. That right there, Don, is enough for me to deduce at a minimum the voices, whenever he made that call, whoever that is, whoever was around, whoever made the call to Cito, y'all were panicking. Why were y'all back there saying, damn it? Why were y'all screaming Nolan? Who was that said, is he dead? Who was that used the word cover up? If I was an investigator, I would definitely need to speak to whoever was on that boat, surrounded by whoever made that phone call, to ask them what they know, because you definitely know something.
So that one was from the newest one. Look, listen to it on this thing. If you're listening to it on a TV or whatever, you got to get the headphones. You got to listen to it very closely. But I do hear certain words. So look, I don't know, but I'll tell you what I found very interesting, Mr.
don't get this shit. Don Lemon said, I do hear certain words. I do hear certain words. Then he followed it up with, I don't know. You don't know. You just heard it. I don't, can y'all please explain that to me? How can you hear something, confirm you hear it, then follow it up with, I don't know. I don't know.
Is that I was watching you yesterday and you laid down the gauntlet for someone. And I just want to play it because I think it's, it's important. Here it is.
And again, I cannot wait until I hope that Don Lemon brings Daniel Grimes' ass back on that show tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock so I can get his ass together and run him through the ringer around the world in Ayaya, because this is what I was trying to explain to Daniel when I was on Don's show. And this is all of what we knew. We all knew. So now what do y'all got to say?
Daniel Grimes joins us. Daniel, what do you have to say now for yourself?
Why do I feel like you're Linda McMahon, WWE, introducing me? And we've got The Rock versus The Undertaker. I don't know if maybe I'm showing my age there, but nice to see you. Good morning.
Likewise. Good morning.
Listen, yesterday when I heard the audio, and I don't know if you got a chance to watch Funky, I even said, if I am hearing what I think I'm hearing, I think it's damning evidence of those kids. And I heard Nolan, I heard, is he dead? But again, I think Don can attest to this. As a reporter, we are taught to divorce our emotions from the facts. And so I know also that it's garbled, that we really cannot confirm. I think
that's bullshit. You are human, dude. You have emotions, okay? You are human. The reason why, I guess he come up talking about, well, we as journalists trying to throw Funky Dineva ass under the bus like, bitch, you're not one of us. You're not me and Don level hoe, okay? We are taught to take our emotions out of it. Yeah, bitch, because you're puppets. You don't have no feelings. You don't get to say so. You got to read whatever the people write up that damn script, and you look at that damn porno craft or whatever, and you read it. You read what they tell you to read, okay? That's how that goes. Yeah. But we need real here. We need souls in this mother. We don't need soulless people. We need real people, real human with real emotions to care about Nolan Wells, okay? We need real community to care about Nolan Wells and the murder of him not being solved. We need real. We don't fuck with the damn reporter. Go talk about the news and the weather, okay?
things in there that we can confirm. We heard, oh my God, that is, I think everybody knows that was said. I mean, I think there are a few words that are 100% confirmed. And so because of that, I was so concerned when I heard this. And again, I said this on the show yesterday, this would be damning evidence if what I'm hearing is true. I texted Brian Thrasher, who's with United Cajun Navy, and I said, listen, I spoke to TMZ. They said that Nolan was not on the boat with his friends, but then we have this audio where he may or may not have been. What is the truth? And we also heard TMZ said that they spoke to more than 60 people who confirmed that Nolan was still on the island when the people left. So again, I said, what's the truth? And Brian told me, and again, he's there on the ground. You, me, Don, we're all not there in Mississippi. Brian said he...
Child, TMZ lie. Tell them to bring up the facts. Bring up the evidence. Challenge TMZ like you challenged the audio your ass know you heard. You heard that audio, but you challenged it. So I want you to challenge everything TMZ bring to you. Tell them bring the evidence. You got 60 witnesses. Bring them all to the front. Let's see all them white 60 people. Who are these white 60 people that said they saw Nolan? Where your video footage? What was Nolan doing? Who was Nolan with? The 60 white people that saw it. Was he with a girl named Katie? Was he by himself? What was he doing? Did y'all see him walk around drunk? So you saw a child walking around drunk that's not even old enough to drink, because mind you, they say we all students. We all know each other in Ocean Springs, and your asses did nothing. Like, stop with the bullshit. TMZ is compromised. TMZ get paid, I believe, to push fake ass narratives, just like these other big platforms. It's all political. It's all politics. Okay? You better wake the hell up. Let's go.
The ground, and he said we can confirm that Nolan was not on the boat when the friends left, and that eyewitnesses who were there told Brian and the team that Nolan was seen alive as late as 5:45 p.m. Now, Warren, one of the friends, has given interviews to say that they left at 4:30.
Now, this is my issue with that. You going around talking about TMZ said this and said that, which is gossip. Press 5 if it's gossip. TMZ is not God, okay? You don't know this to be true, but yet you spreading it. But yet you don't want to spread the audio because it's just too much for you. So keep that same fucking energy you had with the audio. But you can't, because you already picked a side, and that's just what it is.
So there seems to be this hour and 15 minutes that are unaccounted for. If you believe these eyewitnesses who saw Nolan alive, again, I just don't know. I just want to lastly say, I think I'm glad that you all talked about the investigation, because we can all agree that there seems to be something fishy, a cover up. I think we all agree. Do not trust the state of Mississippi with this investigation. I don't like the fact that the lungs are missing. I don't like the fact that the neck was missing when they had the independent autopsy conducted. And there's an expert who talked about that, who said, listen, the lungs can tell us whether or not he drowned. Because if there's water in the lungs, that can be an indicator that he drowned. If there's no water present, then that means he was dead before he hit the water. So that is the piece. I think us focusing on, these young men, it kind of is kind of a smaller point than focusing on the fact that the investigators are withholding information right now, and we should be able to know.
Am I on planet fucking Earth? Everybody knows that the people covering this up, the people holding the investigation, is working with the parents of the white boys that was on the boat. They are together. They are working together. The TMZ people are working with the white parents. They are all in cahoots together. Hello. Press 7 if you know they are all working together. The white boys on that boat, their parents, are in connection with the medical examiner in Mississippi, with the sheriff in Mississippi, with social media big accounts like the Mega, Brandon Tatum, like TMZ. There's all connected, damn it. Damn. Y'all want to act like, well, this don't got nothing to do with that. And that one don't wash that hands. They wash each other hands, man. Damn.
Whether or not the lungs had water present, why is the throat missing? I think that is really, really the important focus here.
Yeah, no, you're not going to baffle me with bullshit and get me caught up in the minutia of the details and the time and the this. My question to you, and I want you to take your journalist hat off here. My question to you, as a Black man, as a normal citizen of America, is based on the audio that.
Ooh, I don't think Don Lemon liked that shit. Did you see how Don Lemon breathed? When Funky Dineva said, as a Black man, did y'all hear how Don Lemon breathed? He just breathed that in shit like, damn, here your ass go again. You know I got a white audience member that don't want to hear that shit. Was I the only one that caught it? Press 2 if you caught Don Lemon breathing heavy when Funky Dineva gonna ask the other dude as a black man. Oh my God.
Heard, do you believe that the children that were on that boat know what happened to Nolan? It's a simple yes or no.
Oh, I don't think it's a simple yes or no. I do think if what I am hearing is what I think I am hearing, then I think they know more information than they are letting us believe. So I'm not going to sit here and say that it's damning evidence because, again, Don started this show by saying we don't know. That even the woman who cleared up the audio for us says this is what I think I'm hearing, but I cannot confirm. So no one has been able to confirm what they think they're hearing. And I think there's a lot of confirmation bias. I think a lot of people are not able to divorce their own opinions about this case and their own feelings with facts.
What do you definitively know?
The only words that I think I can hear, and maybe we can play it again, oh my gosh, and then he starts the call. So maybe if we can play it again, I can pick out more, but I think the oh my gosh.
Andy, play.
Nah, I don't want to play it again for this motherfucker. You should already listen to it 50 times before you came on the show. Why wouldn't you listen to it? If you are investigating in this story, why wouldn't you listen to it? Why wouldn't you listen to the transcript the black lady put out here? Why wouldn't you? If you was in his position, you all, would you have not did your research on social media and heard the transcript? Press 1 if you would have. I think it's insulting. But let's go.
Andy, explain the one that you're playing now because she released another one last night that's clear, right? Correct?
Yeah. It's just as clear as the one she released yesterday. It's just 5 minutes. She extended it. She said she worked for 24 hours on the audio and did what she did with that, like a 1.5-minute version yesterday, and just did 5 minutes worth of editing.
Okay, let's listen.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our village pump stopped working. We're taking.
All right, cool. All right.
So Don, let me say this. With all due respect to your show, I don't like the version of this audio that you're playing because the one that I played on my show yesterday
Right, Don doing this shit on purpose. I don't care what y'all saying. Don could have did his homework and really brought the transcript that black lady did when he was talking about earlier. Okay, they doing this shit. And she didn't use no AI. The black lady didn't use no mother effing AI to clean this up. She is an audio engineering baby. She's the real deal. Okay.
to get from the internet is far more clear than this version. I don't like about this version in this setting, in this context, is that it feels like it's casting doubt upon the audio. That's number one. And that's no shade to you, but I've heard a clearer version of that audio than the one that's been.
Ooh, I'm glad Funky Dineva not scared of Don Lemon. I'm glad Funky Dineva not afraid to speak up
in this moment. Secondly, Daniel, what really just makes me uncomfortable with you in this particular situation is just this reluctance to be like, they did something to that boy. They know what happened to that boy. The first appearance, it was, oh, we don't know. Let's wait until we get the evidence. Let's wait until we get the facts. Now we've got what many people consider to be an ace in the hole and a smoking gun. Now it's this, well, I don't know what we're hearing with the lungs and the time and the this. Listen, with all due disrespect, miss me with the bullshit, okay? Miss me with it. Common sense overrides all of this fluff and caution. They know what happened to him. They know what happened to him. Even if you're screaming, Oh my God, Nolan. Why are you screaming, oh my God, Nolan? At that point, whether he drowned, whether it's water in the lungs, whether the throat is missing, whether his Nike sandal is missing, why are you screaming, oh my God, Nolan? Matters not. You know what happened to him. And even though we can't hear every single specific word, there was panic surrounding Nolan. Why was there panic? What were y'all panicking about? And that is what we need to delve into.
Okay, so
now hang on one second, Daniel. I just want to say, hold on. Just give me a second. Yeah, you're gonna respond. I just want to clear something up. So that is the version that we played for you is the one that was released by the actual audio engineer that she released overnight. If there's a cleaner or a clearer version, please pass it along to us. I'm not aware of that. We thought we were playing the clearer version, so there's no subterfuge here. I thought that was a clearer version, but just text it to me and I'll give it to Andy.
The one from Nancy Grace.
All right, thank you very much. Go ahead, Dana. What you want?
Ooh, honey, did you catch the shade on that shit? Ooh, on the fucking Don Lemon show. Funky Neighbor said, bitch, yeah, Nancy Grace got the better version, ho. Okay? I'm going to give you the one from Nancy Grace. Ooh, I know that must have sting. Ooh, honey. Ooh, I know that shit must have sting. My God, my goodness. Well, they're saying that Nancy Grace is doing a better job of covering this than the Don Lemon. That's what they're saying. But let's go.
Okay, thank you. So the first, I've been consistent here, Funky. I am still saying, I think you have already drawn a conclusion. You drew a conclusion before there were any facts or evidence. I believe you saw that first photo of those three white boys and Nolan, and you said those three white boys are guilty. And you're not alone. Mm-hmm. A lot of people drew a conclusion from one photo. I have been consistent in saying, we gotta wait for the facts. And I'm still saying we have to wait for the facts. And that's why I think it's important that we wait for the throat, that we wait for the lungs. Because if the lungs don't have any water in them, then that tells me he was murdered. That he didn't drown like the sheriff Ledbetter said he did. That says he was murdered. And so that again is a fact that we have to wait for. Another reason why I think
it's been going over a whole month. How long do you gotta wait? They would have been told you if it was water in the damn lungs. Okay? Are y'all slow? Are y'all just stupid? If Sheriff in the Mississippi saw water in his lungs, don't you think that would have been the first thing they put out here? Case closed. Water in his lungs. Press 5. If they would have been hurried up and put that shit out here. Water in his lung, case closed. Come on now. They are all working behind the scenes, okay? Ooh.
Important that you follow the facts. It's not minutia. It's important. The timeline, the idea of him saying, and again, Thrasher is in part of this investigation. You are a pontificator just like I am, just like Don, right? We are not there. We're not collecting evidence or facts. We're talking to people on the ground. He's there. I spoke to him directly. He said people saw him, Nolan, at 5:45. He also confirmed Nolan was not on that boat when the friends left. That tells me that, again, that timeline is important. If Nolan is being seen on the island after the boat.
I don't give a fuck what he said and what he reported when I hear the kids that was actually on the boat saying Nolan. Which one y'all gonna believe? A reporter that's on the ground, that's known to lie, and that can lie and be paid to lie, or the actual proof of the kids or the teens that is on the boat, their audio confirming that Nolan is on that damn boat. Talking about Nolan, wake up, check his chest. Oh my God, is he dead? The proof is already there. I don't give a damn about no white journalist or a black journalist and what they saying and what they heard. I know what I heard from the people that was on that damn boat, that the people that knew Nolan. Is you cool? Is you cool? What's wrong with him? What is wrong with him? Sitting up here talking about 60 people. TMZ reported 2 people. Now you saying TMZ told you 60. Which one is? Y'all lie so much. Daniel is compromised. He's compromised. I said it. He's compromised.
Left, that would tell me, again, if this is true, and I'm not even saying this is true, that would tell me the friends did not murder him. But again, I am not drawing any conclusion. I've been consistent. I'm not saying the boys are innocent.
How does that tell you the boys did not murder him? For some lies that's saying we saw him at 5 or 6 p.m. on the boat, on the beach. Who said this? Where are their names? This is bullcrap. It's lies. And yeah, you saw him, what, dead on the beach? What, you saw his body? I don't believe those witnesses. Those witnesses would have been spoke up. This is very funny business. Hell. And shoot, we don't know what happened. When it comes to that theory, if he was standing on a beach 5, 6, shit, I don't know if one of those boys got on another boat and went back there and did something. Hell, all we know is the GPS of the boat, but we know they some boat hoppers. We know they can go back. We don't have GPS on the actual bodies of these white boys. It's on that boat. So if you want to go with your theory and you want to act on your program, you still don't know if the white boys murdered, because they could jump a different boat and go back there. Hell, don't play with me.
Or guilty. And I think that's the big difference here. I'm waiting until we have more information. And in terms of this audio, in terms of the oh my God and the freaking out, it has been explained. I'm not saying this is true. But because the boat was sinking, that is why they were saying, oh my God. That is why they were.
Oh, shut up. The boat was not sinking. I told you this Daniel dude is compromised. He lacks common sense. Press 5, and we all know that damn boat was not sinking. It takes 15 minutes for the boat to sink. 15. He was on that call damn near 10 minutes. You ain't hear no splashing. Everybody was concerned about a dead body. Everybody was concerned about Nolan and Bart. Ain't nobody talking about, oh my God, the water, we're about to drown. They wasn't yelling to get attention from another boat because there was so many boats coming in and out. I'm sure another person would have saw them sink it and just rescued them and went over there. You see this shit? And this is what Don Lemon put on his show. This is what Don Lemon put on his show.
Out. It was because the boat is sinking. Again, I'm not saying that's true or not true. I am just saying we need more information. And I am saying I don't think it's okay that you or anybody else is drawing a conclusion about anything until we have more information.
Let me tell you what friends do of people who drowned. They show up to the funeral. They show up to the funeral. Just that simple. You keep talking about all of this information that we need. And what I'm trying to express to you instinctually is that there is so much information that's being laid out in front of us. Daniel,
Thank you. One of my Facebook commenters said it. If the boat was sinking, why did the grandpa cancel? Hello? You got 7 kids out here in the water, in deep waters, and the boat is sinking, and you cancel the rescue, the go-kart, when the Coast Guard is only 3 miles? 3 miles ain't nothing in the water. Get there probably, in 3 minutes? Why would you cancel that? Why? Come on now. Stop it. Come on now. He don't even believe the lies he's saying. He's compromised.
You, Don, we went out, we partied, we decided to leave you behind, and your body washes up and your family is somewhere grieving. Me and Don are calling your mother and we're saying, do you need us to bring anything to the repast? What do you need? We are riding behind the family in the family car. We are at the funeral. We are at the repast. We are on the front lines of CNN saying, we want justice for our friend Daniel. We want to know what happened. We are on Instagram. We are crying. We are writing paragraphs of we're upset. What happened to our friend? I mean, that is normal human behavior, Daniel. When a friend has died, you guys keep throwing around this word friend, my friend, my friend. If my friend died, Daniel, and I had nothing to do with it, and I'm calling this person my best friend, I show up to their funeral and I'm putting my hand on my best friend's mom's shoulders and I'm saying, I will be there for you. These behaviors are suspicious. Taken singularly, all of these things can be scrutinized until the cows come home. But taking collectively, when you begin to put them together, I may not know specifically what happened. I may not know it in detail, but I think any reasonable human being can draw the conclusion that at a minimum, they know what happened and they were involved.
And I'm not saying
And I'll add to that. Stand by. I will add to that. You don't go on to somebody's show who hates black people to try to, who is black, but I shouldn't say hates black people, who is black, but talks smack about black people all the time. That's who you choose to.
They're talking about Brandon Tatum. He is worse than he just talks about black people all the time. Honey, he ain't nothing but a damn puppet for the white supremacists. They don't do blackface. You know, back in the day, white folks used to paint themselves black. Did y'all know that? Well, they don't do that no more. They get black people that are sellouts, and it's a whole bunch of black sellouts. And pretty much they use them as a puppet. They got them on the strings to push an agenda, right? So that's all he is. So if Nolan Wells was so down with Nolan and he's my black brother from another mother, ain't no way that you gonna side with Brandon unless you already MAGA. I believe that Warren, Wyatt, and Bart, they are all MAGA. I believe their parents are MAGA. What do y'all think? Press 10 if you feel like their parents are all MAGA affiliated and they are MAGA affiliated too with the damn white supremacists. Hello. Come on now. It's all connected. Everything connects.
An interview with, that's also telling to me. Okay, I'm glad we're having this. Is a great conversation. Hang on, we're not done yet. So this is a great conversation. We have the video that you talked about, and I'm being told by my engineer here, or my technical director, that it is clear, and perhaps they used AI to clean it up even more. We're going to listen to that, and we're also going to bring in two more thought leaders to join Dineva here. Dineva, this is a great conversation. Thank you for being here. This is what we...
Let me show you what Nancy Grace got. And I'm going to show you what that other lady has too, because Don Lemon, Ooh, wait till I bring it up. Lord, where's that when I need it? Where is it at? I just had it here. Okay. I'm going to bring it up. Y'all, what y'all think about? Damn, did I delete it? I might have deleted it. My goodness, I might have done. You know what? Let me see if I have it back here on this part. That's Nancy Grace right there. Yep, I deleted it. All right, let me go play.
Be how we should be discussing this. So first, a word from our sponsor, and then we're back. We're going to listen to the audio, and we're going to have even more conversation. You ever look around at the way the world works?
Because I saw it being sourced as from the Mississippi department, which it wasn't. It was enhanced audio. So I think that if you take the credibility of the woman and explain her process as she explained, she's an award-winning audio producer, audio engineer, then I think
This is a clip from Nancy. Listen to her audio. This is a clip from Nancy.
Tito Assistant, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is it coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello?
Hey.
Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
What did we just hear? What was that? Straight out to investigative reporter crime stories.
I love Nancy passion. I love that Nancy can be a real person. I love that Nancy have emotion versus Daniel that is emotionless. You understand? But that's just a clip of Nancy Grace audio. Yeah. And that's not even a full version. I can try to see if I can see different versions. But let's go back here.
You have to really seriously take this as evidence that perhaps foul play was involved. It didn't say exactly how something may have happened to Nolan, but it certainly seems that he was on that boat, if you believe that audio. And so it's incredibly disturbing, but it does paint a picture into something may have happened. I mean, the words cover up were specifically used in that. And so I hope that the authorities are looking at this. There's a grand jury, and
child, let's do this. Let's do this, because I'm not about to play with y'all. I'm not today. I'm not about to play. This how you really do it. This how you really deliver it right here.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Oh, shut the fuck up! What'd you say? Hey. It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now. I don't know if that number is. It's either. I think it's. Try that. I know we have a membership, like guaranteed. I don't have the tag on here. You got ripped off. Reach me. Yeah, everybody's on board. What? No, we do not need that. Let me get a look. Hey, North. All right, are you ready? North 33 by 4672. Sorry, look. What do I need to send you? Yeah, what? That we do not have to be in here. Okay, my coordinates are 30 degrees by 14.684 north, and then west by 88 degrees by 46.79. Yes, we are at Horn Island. Yes. If we were sinking, yes. Oh, we're not on the ground. We are in 17 foot of water. We're in 31 foot of water. I want to get this boat unsank and towed back, yeah. Been towed to Ocean Springs or Fort Bayou on. No, there's no tow. Hey, jump in and pull the plug while you're going.
Hold on. They got here.
Hello. Okay, what's going on? What's up? There's 0 adults on board. No. Nobody here is over the age of 21. Hello? Yeah, there's lots of people bringing on the boat. Like 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, we have life jackets available. A Triton, 22-foot offshore, 22-foot Triton offshore sea flight hull.
Woo! That's how you break an audio down. That's how you do it. That's how you do it right there. That's how you do it, baby. Okay? That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Now let's bring this back up.
I hope that we get some answers.
Clay?
Well, first and foremost, Daniel, I hope you did your Tina Marie research. I sent you Tina Marie links, so I'm hoping that you did. Hope you did your research now so we can make a reference. Okay, I hope you did your Tina. I had to give him a little bit of homework. You know how I feel about that. Let me say this. To Daniel's point earlier, that, and I'm paraphrasing, you said it a few minutes ago, that you said focusing on the friends or the kids who were there, you were saying that's more so a distraction and we have to focus on the evidence. Do I have that right? Is that what you said more or less?
Okay. And the investigation and the investigators. Yeah.
Gotcha. But I disagree with that. We got to focus on the friends.
Yes.
We got to focus on the people who were there. That is.
Woo! Come on, Clay. Come on, Clay. Woo, a man with some balls in the building. Damn. Come on, Clay. Woo. Thank you, Clay. Thank you.
The heart of the evidence. That is the heart of any true crime series. Who are the people who were there?
And y'all know, anytime a person die, it's always the close people that's close to them that murder them. Check out homicides and people that die. It's always the closest, your friends, someone you least expect is going to take your ass out.
What's happening? What is this cover up? I mean, it reminds me of when Trayvon Martin was killed. I remember the audio came out of his shooting, and people were trying to decipher everything, and he was on the phone with one of his friends. Yeah. I mean, they grilled her. I mean, we heard bizarre audio with George Zimmerman. I mean, from what I heard, I want to see a deeper investigation. Is an arrest possible? I don't know. But the idea that we're going to put the people who may have saw him last when he was alive to put that on the back burner, I don't think that's a good idea, brother.
It's not.
I don't think it is. Now, I understand what you're saying. We can't jump the gun. I'm not doing that. But from what I heard in that audio, I ain't jumping guns. The gun is pretty loud.
Thank you.
I just want to be clear that the last people who saw him alive, they have the answers. And I want to see a proper investigation. And it's, here we are again.
Ooh, thank you, Clay. A real human. Somebody that's not just sitting up there emotionless. Okay, that's trying to be palatable for mega people. Woo! Thank God for Clay. Thank God for Clay. You need to have Clay and Q and just tell what you got Daniel up there for. I don't get the purpose.
Once again, people who are not part of the investigation, and maybe there are things that have come up on the low that we don't know about. Fair enough. You know, we're not right there every millisecond. But here we are again, people who are not even part of the investigation, revealing information that it appears, could be wrong, that the folks in Mississippi have not figured out. And this goes to the heart of Black journalism, Black media. We're going to figure it out. So I want to really lean into this whole idea that focusing on the kids is the wrong angle. I mean, they're going up there, pop dipping and spinning with that guy, freaking officer, whatever, doing interviews, going to the scene where he was last alive, going there. They are the very heart of this investigation, of what happened. I mean, have they been, maybe I missed it on the news, have they been interrogated? Have they been, I've seen people brought in on lesser accusations.
Thank you.
So not only is it the lack of transparency, it appears, I could be wrong, protection.
Thank you.
And that's frustrating.
Clay, you ain't wrong, brother. You know what it is. You know they're protecting those white boys. You know the system protected them. Mississippi protected them. Come on, Clay. Come on. You called it right what it was. Press 7 if this is they protecting them white boys. They want them white boys to get away with murder. Y'all know it. Hell, Daniel the only one. Why does Daniel look the same throughout this whole thing? Like he's just dead inside. You know, he just looks so numb. I really believe the brother is brainwashed. When you look at him, don't he look brainwashed? He still got that same facial expression. It does not change. Okay? Something is off. It's not human. It's soulless. It is really soulless. Did he sell that soul to Mega? Is that what that is? Is that what it is?
But can I add on to that point? This isn't a persecution. It's an investigation. In the investigation, you turn over every corner. And that's what is happening. And it seems like the more thorough investigating is happening with half of the information, with the external information. And these guys are putting themselves on Front Street. If you don't want to be part of the story, don't be part of the fucking story. What are you doing on Brandon Tatum's show?
Lord.
You lawyered up immediately, which was actually smart to do. And I said it before, I'll say it again. I want black people to lawyer up quickly too. Okay, even if it's your friend, if it's your cousin, if it's whoever the fuck, because y'all get thrown in jail for shit you didn't do all the time because you don't lawyer up. So I ain't got a problem with the fact that they lawyered up, but then they went from lawyering up to now you kicking it and kicking on podcasts and shit. You wanted to be part of the story. Let's go. All right, now let's talk about this audio. What happened? Tell us. So that if you are on record publicly, like you appear to want to be, and sure, they might be mad influenced after all this, which is the messed up part about it. Then let's go. Let's have this conversation. You don't get to have it both ways. You don't get to say, no, they're just kids. They shouldn't be in it. They put themselves in it. The second that homeboy sat down with Brandon Tatum. So now let's go.
No, homegirl. We're not calling them kids because Brandon Tatum was giving it like, well, Nolan, he's a grown man. He can stay there. Remember when Brandon was saying that? Nolan didn't want to get on the boat. He wanted to stay on the island and be with this girl. He's a grown man. So they paint Nolan as a grown man. Hell no. They ass is older than Nolan. Okay? So, F them kid shit.
Do this.
And Reese, I also want to do in any investigation. I'm sorry, Daniel. 30 seconds.
Okay.
The facts are what you see, but you also have to investigate what you don't see. Mm-hmm. And what you don't see when that young man does that interview, I think his name is Wyatt, what you don't see is tears. What you don't see is somebody being overcome with emotion.
Exactly. You know who Warren reminds me of? Daniel. Daniel and Warren got the same type of soul. Daniel will be on that podcast with Brandon, giving the same type of feeling, no emotion. Because what did Daniel tell? They train us to be emotionalists. And that's why he tried to reach out to Don Lemon and say, Don Lemon, you know how we are. It was like a bonding between him and Don Lemon being emotionalists, because that is how the white media train the blacks. And I don't know if they train themselves because because the white media people, they be having emotion. That fucking Megyn Kelly, she got emotion. Hell. So yeah, I guess let me play.
What you don't see is somebody choked up. If I proclaim this boy to be my best friend and he has died 2 weeks ago, and I am going back to the scene of where my friend lost his life. Number one, I don't even know that I'd be able to do it. But if I did, you would think that I would find enough condensation or aquafina in a water bottle or scoop down in the damn lake and have enough audacity to throw a little bit of water up under my eye to formulate some semblance of a tear. And yet you got somebody that's just so matter-of-factly explaining the ins and outs of a damn village pump. Where are the tears?
So we spoke to Elliot Connie. Daniel, we keep cutting you, but I just wanted to say, we promised you to let you in. We're going to give you the floor. We spoke to
Daniel need to take his ass over to Megas. They accept gays. Don't the Republicans? They love the gays. Okay, go over there with Mega. What's his name? Daniel. The Republicans, they love the gays now. They got an opening for homosexuals. They sure do.
therapist Elliot Connie yesterday, who basically, conveyed the same sentiment that that Dineva's talking about. I'm just going to play it, and then I'll let everybody respond. We'll let you in. Okay.
Over the past several days,
that's good. That's good, Andy. Let's just play it. He was on our show yesterday, but go for it.
Watched a ton of footage related to Nolan Wells' friends being interviewed. Two of them have now done interviews, or at least their interviews have been released. And there is one red flag that stands out to me above all else. The single most concerning red flag for me as a practicing clinician who's been working with clients over 20 years and has sat with lots and lots of people. There's one thing that they are doing or actually not doing and not saying that is alarming to me. Before I explain what it is, I do want to say I am not saying that these boys are guilty of committing a crime. I don't know what happened that day, and I can't say for sure that they did or did anything or played any role in Nolan Wells' death. But what I will say is some of the information that is coming out as they do these interviews and some of the things that they're saying and some of the details. I mean, some of these things are very suspicious and should be investigated. Now, the biggest red flag that I've noticed, not just in these interviews, but in the entire series of events that have taken place since Nolan Wells was missing, is the absence of curiosity, both in their language in these interviews and in their conduct since Nolan Wells' body went missing. And let me explain what I mean.
Okay. Thank you, Andy.
You were going on an island.
Okay. So he explains the lack of emotion that he says when he was showing his friend around again. And he caveat, he's not saying anybody's guilty of anything. He is based on his experience as a professional psychotherapist. This is what he would notice as a red flag if he were to. He's not their doctor, but if he were their doctor. So, and this is the one, and it would be the one, this is a clip from yesterday that was on the show. I think Dineva played it on the show yesterday, but it's the one about where he says he's going out to visit the scene where it happened, and he said there's no emotion. But go ahead, Daniel.
Okay, I have to back up because everybody spoke before I got a chance to speak. So I'm backing up to what Clay said a while ago.
Yeah.
But Clay, you said that, I want to paraphrase what you said, so correct me if I'm wrong, that you got to focus on these young men and you can't put them on the back burner, and the investigation can kind of stay on the back burner because focus on these young men is important.
No, I didn't say the investigation goes on the back burner. I'm saying they are part of the investigation. They are core to the investigation.
You see how Daniel, he think he's slick. I thought Daniel's supposed to be so freaking smart. How you gonna twist that man words around, Daniel? You see the twisting he doing, just twisting and turning people words around. You all you doing is listening, and there you go. There you go. I don't trust that Daniel. I don't trust him.
Okay, yeah. So I agree with that. They are core. I'm just saying our focus needs to be on the investigation because I agree with your point that we were told that everybody's talked to the authorities, right? We have been told that. We don't know. We haven't seen it. But I have the similar questions. If they haven't been talked to, why? Why not? I assume that Ledbetter says they're talking to everybody. So again, we have to take him for his word. I assume he's talking to everybody. But those are the questions I would have. Why haven't these boys been brought in? What is happening in terms of why hasn't there been more conversation about their involvement from an investigation standpoint? I also think the focus needs to be on the investigation because why is the throat missing from the private autopsy? Why are the lungs missing from the private autopsy? those will tell us more information than this garbled audio. Because Clay, when you spoke, you said, this is what I heard. Every person on here said, this is what I've heard. And so because it's garbled, we all have different interpretations of this audio.
Sure.
We can have different interpretations of
Hell no. No. We all heard the same shit. Ain't nobody say, well, I didn't hear that. We all heard the same crap. Press 9 if we all heard the same shit. I haven't heard one person say, oh no, he didn't say Nolan. He said Noel. He didn't say Nolan. He said Nike. No, we all heard Nolan. We all heard check his chest. We all heard, is he dead? We all heard that. Ain't no confusion. You the only one confused, bruh. Come on now, get on out of here. Get on out of here. Ooh. See there?
Water in the lungs or water not in the lungs.
Yeah.
That is a standard fact. If there is water in the lungs, he drowned. Now, again, then you have to determine whether it was accidental or not. That's a whole other investigation. If there's no water in the lungs, then that means somebody did something to Nolan. And I feel like I've been painted as this person who's defending the boys when I am not defending the boys at all. All I'm saying.
You are. Take accountability. Damn. Yes, you are. Okay? Is you freaking? Nah, I shouldn't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Ooh, did y'all catch myself? Ooh, did y'all catch it? I was about to say, man, is Bart effing you? Shit. Ooh, maybe he got something going on with Bart. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Let me stop.
I'm defending the truth. Let's get to the bottom of what actually happened. Now, as for their reaction to them and going back to Horn Island and showing remorse or not showing remorse or grief or whatnot, I said this yesterday and I'll say it again. No one knows how they're going to respond when you find yourself in this situation, right? I think it's suspicious that the forum that they chose to go on. Why are you going on this man that you know has a certain platform? I talked about this yesterday. I don't think that's okay. I think if you're going to speak out, go to the neutral platforms and try to have your perspective told. So I think that to me is concerning. Now, on the flip side, again, you can't say that, and I'm not saying anyone other than Funky, who I believe is saying this, you can't say that then, oh, they did something.
Yeah, I think what's concerning, Daniel, so let's be clear here. I'm all about objectivity. I'm all about perfect journalism. I'm all about being fair, and I definitely respect it, and I definitely want that. I just think for me, just on some after 5 happy hour, brother to brother, informal type stuff, there's just a level of emotion and concern I'm missing from you. There really is. Like there is just
ooh, Daniel getting exposed. And look, Daniel still is emotionalist, soulless, because that is how he's been trained. He's been programmed. You are looking at a program. Okay, this is program. You may as well just call him an AI walking. He's programmed.
House Negro vibe I'm getting from you when it relates to this story, and it makes me uncomfortable. It makes me feel like you are more concerned about your acceptance in your white circles than you are about what's going on, because it just really feels like, and not that Black people are monolithic and that we should all be on the same page, but it really does feel like the overwhelming majority of the Black community is on the same page, and you are somewhere over here trying to provide as much cover as you can for these white boys.
Wait.
In his defense, I think in his defense that he is, I think on his journalist hat. But Dineva asked you to take.
Oh, I think Don Lemon got offended too, honey. I think Don Lemon got called that because, he got a white husband. I think Don Lemon got offended too. Okay. I know I shouldn't be laughing at this shit. I don't know why it's so funny. I should not be laughing. Oh my God, God, please forgive me.
Your journalist had. So anyway, I don't want to speak for you. I just wanted to.
No, I just want to know what cover I'm providing for them.
Because last show it was we need more evidence, not damn wait, don't jump, and it's kind of like we get a little more, and it may not be for you the ace in the hole. Then it's kind of like it just feels like just a little push to kind of discredit what it is we're kind of hearing. What we are hearing, whether we're able to make out every single word or not, what we are hearing is y'all ass know what the hell happened to Nolan. I think that any reasonable person can draw that conclusion. Y'all know what happened to that damn boy. The boy was there. Is he dead? Oh my God, Nolan. Damn it, Bart. Is it cover it up? I thought about that. We're hearing that. And I know we keep throwing around these words, interpretation, because we have to be as objective as possible. But cut the shit. We hear it. And like I said, if you may not be able to make out every specific word, you should be able to deduce, at a minimum, y'all ass know what the hell happened to that damn boy.
Okay, all right, listen. Dineva. I'm not of it, but Dineva, I think House Negro, that's a little harsh.
I'm in it. I'm in it with my chest. I did. I did, because that's what it's giving.
So, okay, let me respond. So, Dineva, if it comes out that these boys had no involvement, are you willing to come on and have a big mea culpa and say,
oh my God, these boys had all the involvement. What is he smoking on? Huh? What is he smoking on? Y'all in these comments, y'all are horrible. I should not be laughing at some people in these comments.
I absolutely will. I never have a problem eating my words. I got a 15-year history of doing it. I'm fallible. I am human. And I have been wrong before. But Daniel, this is not new. Okay, go ahead. I mean, history.
Because I am not, unlike you, I'm not drawing a conclusion. I'm not defending the boys. I'm not sitting here saying that they're guilty or not guilty. So if the facts come out that they are involved in murder Nolan, I have no mea culpa to make. Because I'm going to say, wow, the facts came out. That is why I am waiting for the lungs, I'm waiting for the throat, and I want the investigation to proceed, because that is going to tell.
Man, you waiting for the lungs and you waiting for the throat. They are doing something nefarious with that throat and all that to hide the truth. It don't take all this and all this long time to come out and to tell us if it was water in his lungs. You know damn well they doing shit shady behind the scenes to come out to be favorable to the white boys, to be favorable to Mississippi. You already know what game plan they on. I don't give a damn what they came out here and say. I don't trust them. They had it for too long. And you already know their history. Damn. Woo, y'all, I'm going to get on out of here. Thank y'all for joining me and reacting with this. Hopefully I can come on later on tonight. I'm out.